Now, when you're investing in an ICO, there is some criteria you should be looking for. Okay, so what differentiates the poor quality ICOs, or the ones that look scammy, from the great ICOs, the ones that tend to get most of the demand, the ones that tend to sell out very quickly? What's the criteria that allows you to differentiate between the crap and the great quality? Well, I'm going to go through this in reverse order. 5. Is there a community? Is there hype? Is there support? So, by having a community, that means that the price has some way of stabilizing, okay? Because it's not just going to go from, 1 cent to 5 cents, then down to 0.5 of a cent, okay? Because there's some support there. If it's got a big community, it's got some support of people holding the cryptocurrency. So that if the price spikes and then it drops, it hits the support line. Okay, so we'll do this more in technical analysis. It hits the support line so it doesn't go down too badly. So that protects yourself from cryptocurrencies that could literally just rise and then fall. So you want to be seeing that there's hype, there's people that are actually excited about it, there's people that actually think a lot of it, there's people that are essentially giving the cryptocurrency value by believing in it so much and are so hyped about it, and having support there to protect the price if it basically tanks. 4. Available supply and price per token. The smaller the supply, the greater the volatility, and the smaller the supply, the more the price will rise when volume is pumped into it, okay? And then, of course, price per token. So if you get in at 5 cents and it's got a low supply, that means that when people are pumping the coin, it could go up to 50 cents quite easily if it's got a low supply. Because if it's got a low supply, that means that the volume going into it affects the price volatility more and makes the price go right up. On the other hand, it could make the price go right down as well. So if it's got relatively modest supply, so if it's got 9 figures or less, that's perfect. If it's got 10 figures, so it's a billion, that's not as good, because that needs more money pumped into it to make the price go right up. And of course, if you get into that crypto at a low price per token, you can make insane profits on the first day. You need to be looking at the superstar team members on their board. Okay, so let me give you an example. Monetha is a cryptocurrency that's very recently been at ICO stage. Okay, now when I was analyzing this and looking for the pluses, the benefits of it, why you'd want to invest, one of the big ones came from the team. So this is essentially a mobile payments app. So you can pay for everyday items with cryptocurrency, and it essentially converts your cryptocurrency into fiat currency at the time of purchase. So the person you're purchasing from will just see the fiat currency, whereas you have used your cryptocurrency to pay for it. So I was thinking, this sounds exciting, but can they actually implement the vision? So I looked at Team, and then I looked at their payments lead. Okay, and their payments lead is a former executive at PayPal. Okay, that is golden. This is a payments solution. And what you are looking for is somebody that's come from the payment solution or payment processing, mobile payments, whatever background. Now, PayPal is probably the payments company online, okay? And because these guys are looking to do online payments and normal payments, you would want somebody that's an expert in their field and has worked for a huge company. And PayPal is absolutely ginormous. He was also general manager of mobile at PayPal. So not only was he in payments, but he was in mobile payments. So this was one of the reasons why Monetha sold out in half an hour. Half an hour. And the reason why is because they had a superstar in their team. And that is essentially what you're looking for. Somebody that gives you the confidence and gives the investors confidence that they can actually implement the vision and make it a reality. And as a trader, you can feed off how the investors are all getting behind it, because they are giving the coin value, and then when it spikes, when it gets on the exchange, you sell it. That's how you do it. So do they have a superstar team member or advisor? Another cryptocurrency that essentially sold out in very short space of time is Kyber. Now, Kyber had a massive superstar in their advisory team. So one of the biggest names in cryptocurrency is Vitalik Buterin. And Vitalik Buterin is basically the guy who founded Ethereum. And Ethereum has gone up to $400. So, this guy, he's considered a genius in cryptocurrency. And of course, when you were looking at the team for Kyber Network, if you look down, as an advisor, you can see Vitalik Buterin. Okay, and seeing as though he was one of the big minds behind one of the most progressive cryptocurrencies, having him on the team is just absolutely game-changing. And of course, this was another cryptocurrency that sold out. So you look for the superstars in the team or the advisory board. Then you look for uniqueness. Does the cryptocurrency stand out ultimately? What you're looking for when you invest in a cryptocurrency is something that has first mover advantage, because that means that the price volatility can be much higher. If you basically invest in something that's been done a ton of times before, it doesn't stand out because everybody's thinking, yeah, but what about that one? What about that one? What about that competitor? What about that competitor? And so, it dilutes the demand because there's already competition out there. So you want something that absolutely stands out. And one of my best ever investments was in Bitcoins, which is a cryptocurrency that stood out. They were creating a universal wallet in addition to a fiat exchange, and essentially a place where you can buy all altcoins and have atomic swaps, so you can just swap one currency for another. And they were the only ones that I saw doing this at the beginning, and so I invested in it. I invested a large amount in it, and it paid off because there's nobody else doing it. Nobody else to dilute the brand. That means that this went up times 30 multiplier. Okay, but I'm in this for the long term. But on a short-term basis, you could have gone into this when it was 15 cents, and it went up to about $1.30 in literally a couple of days. So there we are. It made about 10 times investment. Then the vision. What is the pain? This is the most important point, okay? Because one of the questions that I see most commonly asked in Quora, which is a question and answer site, is how do I become a millionaire in a year? And basically the common answer is you find 1 million people that have an issue and you charge them $1 for the solution. All right. So what you want is you want a pain point that exists in a market. For my number one cryptocurrency, which was Bitcoins, that pain was cryptocurrency security. Okay, everybody wants the one place where they can secure all their cryptos. Now I've got a whole course on wallets because it's such a big area. There's so many places where you can store your cryptos. But everybody wants one place to store their cryptocurrency. And my cryptocurrency solves that pain, which is a massive issue in the market. And the scale of it's huge because there's millions of people in cryptocurrency right now trading it and investing in it. They need a place to store their crypto, and a place to buy their crypto, and a place to turn their fiat money into crypto. This had all of it. So I saw such a big scale of the pain. And if there is not a pain point, there is no demand. Why produce something that nobody wants? You need to look for something that lots of people want and lots of people are excited if it actually gets brought out. So look for a very good pain point in the market, something that a solution, they're just screaming out for a solution. And if that pain has scale, if there's millions that are affected by it, this is going to drive up the price astronomically. So this is how you differentiate a rubbish ICO from an exceptional ICO. And exceptional ICOs is where you can flip them for a great profit.